China panic, the U.S. approves howitzer artillery system sales to Taiwan to fight back China. The United States has approved the potential sale of howitzer artillery systems to Taiwan in a deal valued at up to $750 million, the Pentagon has announced, prompting condemnation by China. The State Department approval announced on Wednesday followed arms sales to the island last year that included drones and coastal missile defenses meant to upgrade Taiwan's capabilities and discourage a possible invasion from China, which claims democratically run Taiwan as its own territory, to be taken by force if needed. The package would include 40,155 mm M109A6 medium self-propelled howitzer artillery systems, 1,698 precision guidance kits for munitions, spares, training, ground stations, and upgrades for Taiwan's previous generation of howitzers, the Pentagon said. The administration of President Joe Biden has approved other direct commercial sales of arms to Taiwan since taking office in early 2021 and has sought to further deepen ties with the island, sparking outrage from Beijing. The Pentagon's Defense Security Cooperation Agency notified Congress of the possible sale on Wednesday. Like most nations, the U.S. has no formal diplomatic ties with Taiwan but is required by a 1979 law to provide the self-ruled island with the means to defend itself and is its most important international backer. Despite approval by the State Department, the notification does not indicate that a contract has been signed or that negotiations have concluded. If such a deal is formalized, Congress could also legally pass a law blocking the sale, although there has been little political will to stop U.S. arms sales to Taiwan in recent years as both Republicans and Democrats have largely prioritized what they call confronting Chinese aggression. On Monday, Taiwan's defense ministry expressed sincere gratitude to the U.S. government, saying in a statement the sales would help its ground forces increase their capacity for speedy reaction and fire support. The ministry called the continuous U.S. arms to support a basis for maintaining regional stability. Meanwhile, China's foreign ministry said it was firmly opposed to the sales and has lodged stern representations to Washington, according to comments by a spokesperson on the ministry's website. The spokesperson said the sales interfered in China's domestic affairs and warned that Beijing would take countermeasures as the issue develops. China has warned the United States not to play with fire on Taiwan issues after the Department of State updated its guidelines easing restrictions on meetings between U.S. officials and their counterparts from the island, which Beijing claims as its own. Speaking to reporters, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Zhao Lijian urged the U.S. to immediately stop any form of U.S.-Taiwan official contacts, cautiously and appropriately handle the matter, and not send wrong signals to Taiwan independence forces so as not to subversively influence and damage Sino-U.S. relations and peace and stability across the Taiwan Strait. Lijian's comments came after the U.S. decided to update its guidance to deepen relations with Taiwan, in a move that shows President Joe Biden's willingness to formalize the increasingly vocal U.S. support for the island. Taiwan is China's most sensitive territorial and diplomatic issue, and a regular source of friction between Washington and Beijing, which has never ruled out using force to bring the democratically ruled island under its control. The U.S. has recognized Beijing as China's legitimate government since 1979, when the countries established diplomatic relations and downgraded relations with Taiwan. The new guidelines will do away with some of the convoluted rules that restricted dealings with the island, including in-person meetings. As the U.S. seeks closer relations with Taiwan, China has been stepping up its military activity around the island in the past months. Monday marked the largest reported Chinese incursion to date, with 25 Chinese Air Force aircraft, including fighter jets and nuclear-capable bombers, entering Taiwan's air defense zone. China has in the past said such missions were to protect the country's sovereignty and deal with collusion between Taipei and Washington. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said on Sunday the U.S. is concerned about China's aggressive actions against Taiwan and warned it would be a «serious mistake» for anyone to try to change the status quo in the Western Pacific by force. The U.S. is Taiwan's most important international supporter and arms supplier and is required by the Taiwan Relations Act of 1979 to provide the island with the means to defend itself.